Okay, filtering. So let's go over some filtering of arrays with select, reject, and detect. All right. So we're starting off with a numbers array, or same numbers array that we've been using so far. Um, Numbers 0 through 9. And here we're going to create numbers dot select. We're going to play with the select guy, and we're going to pass this block, which is asking, um, is this item even, right? So if this result, this even question mark, if this result is true, or computer scientists like to say truthy value, but I think truthy is a stupid word, but true, right? So if this, anyway, if this is true, right, if this number dot even turns out to be true, then that becomes part of the array, right? Again, cheating over there. Really wanted you to delete this first. It's giving away the answer. But so it's going to do each one of these guys is going to find, is this thing even? Okay, then return that value. Um, and then continue through, right, until all these are done. So as you already saw, I think I have all the others commented out so they don't distract us. But yeah, so there we go, right? So 0 uh, is even 2, 4, 6, 8, right? It's only giving us that, and it's giving us that back as an array of elements. And so if we go down to reject, so I just ran hash rocket, it's giving me some errors. It's, hey, you haven't used this odds variable. Okay, fine. Well, let's use it. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. So reject, same machinery as before, right? Is it even? But instead now it's giving us just the odds. It's rejecting the evens, right? And here it's selecting the evens, right? So now we have odds, and again, it's giving that back to us in an array. And what happens here? So evens detect. Let's see, what does detect do? Um, so let me delete that so that's not visually distracting. So what does evens detect do? So again, we've got this this block machinery. So we get number greater than 4. Okay. So is this a true value, right? So whoever is true for this gets put into the array that should show up here, right? So is it greater than 4? If it's true, then it becomes part of the array. So it's detecting anybody that is according to whatever the results are in this block, and in our case, it's whoever is greater than 4. So we should expect to see an array with 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? Yeah, so let's see. So let's run that. 6. So, now this is interesting. So, unlike select and detect, unlike select and reject, right, who give us a whole array back out, right? This guy just spits out the first value that's greater than 4, right? It doesn't go through the entire array, just because it's the first value that's greater than 4 and then stops. Oh, yeah, 5. Okay. I'm sorry. My eye got stuck on 6. No, yeah, 5. So wait, the first one, it should be 5. Because the first one that's greater than 4 is 5. So why is detect giving us 6? Alright, a little confusion. Let's look up detect in RubyDoc. See if it can give us some illumination. Okay, detect. Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, detect. Okay. So here we've got detect. Passes each entry in the enumeration to block. Okay, returns the first for which block is not false. Okay, or true. If see what is it's okay. Anyway, if no object matches, calls if none, it returns its result when it is specified or returns nil otherwise. So say if no block is given and the rate is returned. Okay. So here we got detect, and it's passing whatever the heck is going on inside this block, and nil or 35. Okay. And, returns the first for which block is not false. Okay, well, 5 is greater than 4, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's curious. Why is that giving us 6 and not 5? Oh. Because we're looking at evens. That's why. We're playing with this guy. There we go. And who's the first one that's greater than 4? And this guy. 6. Okay. Alright. Chuckleheads. Okay, so numbers. Yeah, see, that should have been, yeah, okay, so typo there, okay, because if it's evens, it should be even. Okay, so it's number, right? Because, that's interesting, because okay, so, yeah, anyway. Silly me. Okay, so let's run 5. Okay, now there we go. Okay. So now 5 is the next one that's greater than 4, and it stops after the first one, which is it's kind of a bummer. It would have been cooler just to kind of be more consistent, I guess, with the way these other methods work. If Mets made it so that detect would actually give you the array back of just 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Not just the first one, or at least maybe like it's like a method that would say something like detect first or something like that. That would then be more straightforward and consistent in how it works out. But anyway, I'm nitpicking. Okay, so that's how detect works. That's how this method works. Finds the first one as true and then stops. Note that none of these methods modifies the original array. I want to make note of that. Note that none of these modifies the original array. If we run the original array, is untouched, right? So, yeah, anyway. So, okay, so filtering. Select, reject, and detect. There you are, have at it. Can look up some more details of those inside RubyDoc. Yep, okay. All right, on to the next one. Other methods.